Kimora Lee. Yo, speaking of dysfunctional, here's a 3 times the baby mama complaining about her baby's fathers and how they left her to be a single mother. Nobody left you to be a single mother. You chose to be with those men. Russell Simmons, the actor, I believe his name is it Jaye Hansu? I think that's his name. And then you was with the financial guy, right? They got caught up. He owes a lot of money, and she couldn't wait to get out of that situation because she don't want to have to be burdened by his bad choices. So, ladies and gentlemen, women like this are why I tell y'all that gold diggers are losing, because every guy she gets with them because they have money and fame. And what ends up happening is she ends up getting dumped. And then she realizes it's only downhill from there, right? It's only downhill from there. You could try to blame the men all you want to, Kimora, but at the end of the day, you chose the men that you chose. You did. And I see a lot of these older women when in their 40s or 50s, they want to blame their exes for why no one wants them. No one wants you, Kimora, because I'm pretty sure you're probably very difficult to deal with. I could see a scenario where you're driving those men crazy. All right? Look at what Russell Simmons is going through with her. I think they gaslight him, even though I think Russell has made dumb decisions in regards to how he has approached things with his daughter. But I think that a lot is going on behind the scenes that a lot of us don't know. And I believe that she is the one fanning the flames because she's a greedy gold digger that is losing out here. See, gold diggers don't win long term. Gold diggers win short term. And what happens is they always end up with the man they've always should have been with, a bum. And we see it with all these divorces. Y'all, how many videos have I done about celebrity divorces? You never hear from those women again. You know why? Because those women are never able to get another athlete or entertainer ever again. Now, they may date them. Look at Tiger Woods' wife. Tiger Woods' wife dated, but she never really got with another Tiger Woods. She's living a quiet life, spending his millions. But these other women that I have talked about, they never are able to get another man like that. They always end up with the type of man that they've always should have been with. A bum, a loser, a man who's living off them. Look at Exhibit. Exhibit, when he broke up with his wife, she started dating some wannabe struggle rapper who was living in the home that he paid for. And that's the type of man she wanted to be with. She probably could have got better, but these women are so dysfunctional and they are so not worth being married to that once they are out of these marriages, they recoil back into who they truly are. They fall backwards into the type of woman that they always was. A greedy ass woman that's lazy, that don't want to do for herself. That is a fact. That's Kimora Lee, living off other people's money. How many businesses has Russell invested in her that failed? That's why Russell upset with her, because he's probably invested in a business with Kimora and the new guy that she had been with. And she still failed. He gave her baby fat. She fell at that as well. Everything that Kimora Lee has gotten has failed. She's never built really anything on her own. Now, y'all can tell me what Kimora has built, but I don't think she's built anything. The majority of you Western women don't build anything. That's why you're mad. That's why you're creating lists talking about you won't date this type of man or that type of man. A lot of y'all don't have a man. And that's one of the reasons why you don't have a man. You don't know what you're talking about. You should be out here trying to get what you can get. Because a lot of you women are so delusional. You think you deserve more than what you got. No, you don't. You deserve exactly what you have. You are who you are. I don't care how much makeup you wear, how much weave you get, how many surgeries you get. I don't even care if you bleach your skin. You are still who you are, and nothing will change that. Nothing will change that. You are who you are. Those habits are not going anywhere. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? Those habits are not going anywhere. Let's get into what this heifer had to say. Kimora Lee Simmons says she doesn't have a great relationship with the fathers of her children. The former supermodel shares daughters Aoki and Ming with ex-husband Russell Simmons and son Kenzo with actor, I think it's Jaye Hansu. That's how I pronounce his name. She also has a son, Wolf, with Tim Lassiter, and a 13-year-old adopted son named Gary. I don't really have a great relationship with any of them, and they've left me to just kind of do things on my own, she said in a recent interview with Bustle. I do everything on my own. Like I say, I'm a single mom. Kimora also told the publication she feels bruised by it all as it relates to her exes. I feel like I've run into con artists every step of the way, she shared. I have beautiful children, and our necessity for men in our life is very minimal. It's not all that it's cracked up to be. It's not giving what it was supposed to have gave. All. So you lost. You're a loser, is what you're saying. Make sure y'all like the stream. So what Kimora's saying is that basically she is a loser who made bad choices. And now she's teaching her two daughters to be losers just like her, to think short term just like her. And when she talks about con artists, she's talking about the guy Tim. Tim is being accused of being a con artist and a real life scammer. I mean, he's caught up in a financial crime. So maybe she's talking about him as far as being a con artist. But Kimora, you did damage to yourself. Okay? You did damage to yourself. You chose to date the men, especially after Russell. After she broke up with Russell, she could have dated anybody that she wanted to. She chose to get with an actor. Then she chose to get with a financial guy, right? These are choices. Now she wants to blame the men. Elsewhere in the conversation, Kimora addressed a public dispute between Russell and Aoki on Father's Day. We reported previously that Simmons lashed out online when Ming Lee posted a photo of her mother for the holiday instead of her famous father. As Page 6 reports, Simmons responded with cryptic messages on social media, posting a meme that read, "Stop telling fathers they should have fought harder to see their children and start asking mothers why he had to fight it all." See, they don't like that. You see, women hate when the fathers of their children fight for custody. And what they do is they try to destroy the relationship that the fathers have with their children. It's typical bitter heifer playbook, right? And then once the children are grown, then they want to talk about how they did it by themselves. The father didn't want to be there. No, you sabotaged it. You sabotaged the relationship that those children have with their fathers. Stop lying. You're a liar. In a separate image stated, the father you have is the perfect father for the evolution of your soul and the lessons that you need to learn in this lifetime. Aoki clapped back and claimed her father has been awful to her for years, and that's just the truth. She also shared a private text message between them and suggests in the Instagram story that Simmons may be mentally ill. In her Bustle interview, Kimora said the highly publicized incident All my life, I just sat there quietly and I took things, but I don't have to do that, she said in a report, as reported by Vibe. At the end of the day, you go to bed, you're with yourself. You have to be proud of the steps you've made and definitely not let somebody bully you or push you over. I don't care if that's your dad, uncle, your friend, someone you don't know. We're not going to have it. She continues. She's going to raise her daughters to be just like her, and they're going to be just as miserable as her. You can't hate your father and think you're going to have a functional relationship with men. That's just not going to happen. You're going to raise bitter women who are going to be on social media with stupid ass lists talking about, I won't go to Cheesecake Factory or Applebee's. No, you're going to be by yourself, having to learn how to cook because you can't cook anyway. That's what's going to happen. You heifers is crazy, man. What's going on out here? That's why you're single. This is why you're single. And I want to say this to the chameleons that make content claiming that they're speaking for men. Why don't y'all address these things with these women? Why don't y'all say, forget marriage? Why don't you tell men to not get married? Why don't you address these women who are going after men financially, who are trying to keep men from getting a relationship with their children, right? Who spread lies and BS about them? I'm noticing that some of that is lacking in your commentary. Y'all need to address these women, and y'all vaguely address them. Y'all are tiptoe instead of actually pointing to the fact the majority of these women are not wife material. They're not. So a lot of you women who claim that you're speaking for men, why don't you really call these women out? All right. There have been people who said some detrimental things about us, and y'all don't say shit. Unless your followers bring it up to you. But more than likely, you're not going to say nothing. But it is what it is.